Hey folks, Quillyteen here, and welcome to some more Let's Play Hearthstone Battlegrounds! You may have noticed that my ranking has dropped since the last video. You don't know the half of it. So we had the last video was a great first place win as Alakir. We were sitting at 59 and change, basically another first or second, maybe even a third would have put us over 6,000, which is good because there's sort of a ratings floor every 500 points, so we would have been able to go any lower than that. The next game I played ended in 7 minutes. Now, it's some bullshit RNG. That one, 100% was BS. Somehow got knocked out, 8th place in 7 minutes. And then I probably went on tilt. It felt like every game after that was more bullshit RNG. But probably, well, I think, maybe there was a little bit of that. I'm going to suggest that I probably went on tilt a little bit and was playing a little bit angry. And anyway, I was recording some of those games, but I don't know if they're publishable. The salt was maybe a little bit more extreme than I would have liked. And I actually dropped all the way down to like 55-30, like basically the point where I couldn't lose anymore. I lost 400 rating points in something like 6 games. It was brutal. It was nasty. So then I decided, you know what? Okay, I gotta stop playing right now. I went to did other things. That was a couple of days ago. So now this morning I've loaded it up. I've played a few games this morning. And I'm feeling a little bit better here. Nothing crazy. 3rd place, 6th place isn't fantastic. 4th, 3rd, nothing fantastic. Rekinishu, I think I did 2 games in a row for Rekinishu. I'd never played him before. He actually turned out to be quite a lot of fun to play. This board here, look, what kind of jank was this board? There's absolutely nothing happening here. It's like, it's not even Menagerie. Like, yeah, I have a pirate. I have an untyped. I got a Dawn that didn't trigger on anything. It just got some raw stats. No Divine Shield, no Poison, no Wind Fury, no Taunt, no nothing. I did get a Golden Shard Glass. So I was like, all right, I guess I'll get some stats. But like, and I guess the last turn was me getting the Defender of Argus so I could taunt up these 2 poison guys. I mean, these guys had poison, so that was probably what carried me to 2nd place. But yeah, it was utter jank, but it did sort of work. So, we've been having some middle tier games. And anyway, so I decided, all right, let's start recording again. Hopefully it'll go a little bit better. But yeah, I had some very rage-inducing games. I don't like that part of myself, but the 7-minute loss, I don't know, maybe at some point I'll dig up that video as like a greatest fail kind of thing. But wow. Yeah, it was brutal. Because, yeah, I looked at the timer in OBS, and the timer in OBS was at 9 minutes, and that's after about, like, a 1-minute intro and 1-minute, like, outro / dissection of what happened. So the actual gameplay was only 7 minutes, and I got knocked out. Definitely a record for me for my shortest game, barring, like, a disconnect or something. Oh, right! Hold on. I mean, I've got to take Mutanus because he's so much better. But, okay, Maleficent Manastorm, right? Her ability, mechs in Bob's Tavern have +1/+1. She's quite good. Obviously, if you get her, you're going mechs. One of my games that I was, like, on that giant lose streak, I went Maleficent Manastorm and ended up going Elementals. Because I could not find a mech to save my life. Literally. I mean, my literal virtual life. I could not find a mech to save my life, and I went Elementals with Maleficent Manastorm. Like, what kind of horse shit is this? I don't actually know if Mutanus is the highest ranked of the heroes in this, but it's been a long time since I played Mutanus, and he's pretty good, and what's nice about him is he is quite flexible. You can just go for whatever. I should have actually looked to see what was in here first.
What's your strategy?
Because, some different comps work better than others. But let's go ahead and just start with the tokens. So Mutanus' power is great. Basically, his hero power just lets you sell a minion, right? Because it's cost 0. You get a gold out of it, so it's effectively the same as selling a minion. Except it doesn't proc, like, if you had the pirates that give you 3 gold when they get sold, or the dragon that gives +2/+1 or whatever it is when they get sold, the Stewards of Time, yeah, +2/+1, so it wouldn't trigger that. But on the bonus is whatever stats are on that minion just get transferred to another minion at random. It is random, you don't get to choose, but if it lands on someone that you didn't want to get the stats, well, that's okay, because you can use this power on that minion next time and keep transferring around and get something very good. So no matter what, you end up with really good stat scaling, generally speaking, with Mutanus. To me, that means he's best played maybe with things that multiply stat gains more. And to me, that means anyone who can get Divine Shield, as well as like Whirlwinds and things like that. They could also work with Murlocs. Murlocs aren't really stat dependent once they get poison, but until they get the poison, things might be a little bit tricksy to get there. Anyway, I'll just do this. The tricky thing is remembering to use this, and like, if you haven't played Mutanus in a bit, and you sell a minion, you're like, shit, I should use my power for it. God damn it. Our first use of the power will probably be to sell a tabby cat. That's not a particularly potent application, but we are going to want, the extra gold. So for selling something, we may as well use the Devour ability over there. So we'll see what develops.
Doing great out there.
I think Mutanus also works exceptionally good in a Menagerie build, and then you're just picking and choosing the best stuff. Again, things with Divine Shield, things with Whirlwind, generating a big, huge taunter to protect everything else. Adding stats to your poison guys so they don't die early, kind of thing, so they get multiple chances to get stuff to go.
Any defeat that doesn't destroy you.
So none of this is particularly enticing. I think what I'm going to do here... I'm going to get you, because we can actually get more stats on you and then transfer it later on. I'm going to do this, and just on the basis that it has the biggest stat numbers, I think I'm going to get the Murloc Ward Leader right now. Although, you know what? I should have got the Kaboom Bot. What am I thinking of? I'm such an idiot. I could have buffed the Rabid Sarlacc. So, hey! We've already made a mistake this run. Woo! I mean, at least I noticed it.
I think you can.
But yeah, I was just thinking, well, with my power, I want biggest number of stats. But I forgot to pick up the Sarlacc, so I want to pick up things with Death Rattle. Hold on. There is one other thing that I failed to mention in my consideration for the Murloc Ward Leader. I want a Murloc in play to be a target for other Murlocs to buff. We're going to want one token Murloc in here. And so it's actually not so bad to have grabbed that. I mean, I could level here, but I think I want to buy two things, which probably means I don't devour this round. We'll probably pick up the Selfless Hero, because it's never a bad pick, and it's got a Death Rattle, and what the heck, let's pick up the Spawn and Azoth. I mean, it's highly disposable. Downside is these guys don't have a lot of stats for when we devour them. We're not going to get a lot of value out of that. But on the other hand, they are buffing the crap out of the Sarlacc. I think I'm going to do this, because the last thing I want is the Divine Shield to land on the Spawn and Azoth. That would be annoying. Otherwise, we're going to order things by power. And yeah, there's no reason to devour this guy. It'll make one of ours bigger, but it doesn't give us net stats. The gold, I could do an extra reroll early on, but I think it's better to just keep the extra unit in play, because it's more likely to sort of spread the damage out in a more correct way to get more kills. It depends. Like, it depends on the exact comp. Sometimes you want one guy with more stats as opposed to two guys with the same number of stats. But at this early point, generally speaking, there's not that many things that are tough. So a lot of times, more guys with fewer stats tends to result in a better result overall. But mathematically, there's no way for us to lose this one. There we go. Not going to do a ton of damage. But if we can preserve our hit points for a little bit, that's going to be quite good. Because we do have, like, Devour does lead to really good scaling, regardless. So the natural thing to do here is to level and buy, and then probably not Devour. I'll probably just grab the Kindly Grandmother here for the purpose of buffing the Sarlacc some more. Unfortunately, the 1/1 doesn't, do very much with their Devour here, which is too bad. If I had a mech, I'd probably buy this one, just to, like, put into play, buff a mech, and then eat it to transfer some stats. But for now, I mean, we'll just have to play like as if we don't have a hero power at this time. But at least buffing the Sarlacc a bunch is really, really nice. I'm trying to figure out if there's like an order advantage to flipping these guys around. I think it's 6-1, half a dozen of the other. Otherwise, we're okay. We're hoping that the Divine Shield lands on the Rabid Sarlacc. The nice thing is, like, we don't... A lot of times, when you grab a Rabid Sarlacc and it starts to get hugely buffed like this, at some point you feel like, well, I can't sell it, It's grown so much, it's got so many stats. But now, we can sell it at our leisure, right? And all the stats that it's accumulated are going to stay because of her Devour ability. I'm surprised this is going to be a 90% chance of a win here. This is actually a really intimidating board by our opponent. Unfortunately, the Spawn and Azoth didn't die, which is kind of annoying. On the bright side, the Divine Shield did go on the correct target. There we go. Thank you for finally killing that. Ah! Oh no, he survived that. I was going to say, I wish he'd attacked the Sarlacc, because then we would have won as opposed to a draw, but I didn't realize the Sarlacc would survive that extra attack as well. I wasn't looking at the numbers. I was just seeing, oh, that's a pretty big dude over there. Okay. I mean, that's just +1 to +1 to a single Murloc, which doesn't seem that good, but it's a 4/4 body, which we can then consume. I think we actually do pick this up. It might actually be worth grabbing the Hangry Dragon, because even if we don't get a win, he's still a 4/4 body we can eat. And if we do get a win, his stats start to build up in kind of a nice way. grab you. So we'll play this guy. And then we'll eat him. The 6 part doesn't get transferred over, I don't think. Spat upon is what that's called.
Go ahead and hire one of these recruits.
Okay. Yeah, if we're just lucky to get a win with Hangry Dragon out, that's going to be more stats we can transfer over. Having a bunch of stats on the Selfless Hero isn't that helpful because it decreases the odds or that she dies. And her power... Although, I mean, it's great that we've got a... What is that? 8-5? There it is. 8-5 body. I mean, an 8-5 body is pretty big. So we get this before you go. Okay, I was going to say, but that's a big Hydra. And that's the thing. With us, we would love to get ourselves a Cave Hydra because we can spit a ton of stats on it. And that's... I think we're really looking to get Menagerie. Wow, we've got a good creature over there. It's not going to buff anything. We did get the win, so Hangry Dragon's going to get some buffs, which is really nice. And yeah, I think we are going to be going for something like Menagerie build.
Nice work.
And the nice thing is, a lot of times when you've got, say, your Mithrax or your Lightfang Enforcer, sometimes you get an unoptimal dude with a bunch of stats on them. And you're like, oh, that's too bad. Do I want to just level here? Could buy these 3 and just, like, buff the Sarlacc a bunch more. Which is fine, it doesn't overdo anything. Alright, let me buy these 3. And we can just slowly start putting them into play. I don't think we need a Golden Thorncaller. Just trying to decide... I don't think I'm going to sell anything, because what I really want to do is, like, whenever I sell anything, I want to do it with Mutanus over here. Let's put the stats on... It doesn't really matter what we put the stats on. Maybe I'll put you a little sooner because I do want you to die.
Let's see if you can
Generally speaking, I feel like it's best to put the stats on one big dude, but every now and again it's like, well, at this stage in the game, I feel like the one big dude's probably going to get a couple of kills regardless, so it might be worth buffing something else. I haven't skipped over anything good. The problem is with Mutanus and with a sort of Menagerie build, there's a lot of good targets out there for me to buy, and I'm just worried that we might miss out on something. But we're going to win this one. The thing is, we can't really credit Mutanus. We've used his power twice, maybe? Is it only twice at this point? So I don't think we've resulted in a lot of stats there. Mostly, we're just... the things we're picking up are good for this mid-game. Like, we don't really have any synergy of any kind. But we just have some big, chunky dudes. Which are going to do really well. We're going to have to cycle out of them. And normally that would be painful. Like, oh, man, you got to sell the Hangry Dragon at some point. Oh, but it's so buff, that hurts. But not so much over here. Okay, we will level up. Maybe I should have leveled up a little sooner. These are big, chunky dudes, and they come in and do give some buffs as well. I don't know if this would count as a death rattle for something, but we don't have a mech target. I mean, I guess I could do the Kaboom bot. But I kind of like the idea. Do I just sell you? Since you don't give me many stats. Yeah, hold on. I'm going to sell you naturally. I'm going to buy this one. Do this. Buff. Again, we don't really care. Maybe I'll buff the Hangry Dragon. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to devour you. Do this. Do that. Target you again. Sure, why not? We'll throw some buffs over there. We're out of money. We don't need this. We've got that. And I think we're good. Yeah, these guys keep getting stats, which, like, we want them to die, so that might not be helpful.
Let's see if you can stay on top.
I think that was a good way of just generating a lot of stats. Okay, we're sort of coin flippy over here. I'm going to trigger that, which is going to bubble... Okay, that's probably one of the best targets for it to have bubble. Although, the other Selfless Hero maybe. But getting the poison would have been bad. Getting the big taunt guy would have been bad. It would have been great to kill the poison one while we were bubbled. Because he's going to kill someone... Oh, shit! And he got bubbled this time. Okay, well, that was less than great, but we still have a good amount of hit points. That does hurt a lot, though. That's actually higher than the expected range of damage that we just took.
I've got some fresh recruits.
Well, I want to level now. He's got a lot of stats. I mean, he's not... I mean, we do have the bubble here. I think it might be a little early to level. I think we might do some rolls here. There's some decent stuff at tier 4, even at tier 3, that we're still sort of looking for. Oh, no, you know, I should have bought him with the bubble, because the problem is he's untyped, but anyone with the shield is a really good pick for us. I really should have grabbed that, because we could spit a ton of stats on him. Herald of Flame's not bad, because, oh, and hello, Toxfin, because we can get his overkill to trigger.
That's what I would have picked.
I don't think there's any reason for us to keep the Twilight Emissary around. Let me just put this here. We obviously get the spit on you. I may as well sell you right away. Maybe I'll... let me roll once. Roll, I said. Okay, let me grab you after all. I'm going to throw you in because you're a big bucket of stats. The overkill doesn't have to be on an attack. I think, and I still have the blood gem, like, I didn't use my time very efficiently. You've already got a shard left. God damn. A lot of damage potential coming in here. We've got a really good turn next turn, but that slice, oh my god, that was a really bad cleave for us. I was gonna say, can you attack something and at least kill it? Oh my god, we're leaving like the maximum alive here. And then you kill the thing that's got very little star value. Fuck's sake. That was really bad. That was really, 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 really bad for us.
Some fresh recruits for you.
I don't think we're doing this. Let me do this. Roll.
Go ahead and hire one of
grab another one of those. That's going to be okay. All right, we are going to, yeah, eat you. I want you to get into play. I'm going to buy the other one of these. I'm going to drop some buffs on you because at least you do have some divine shields now, which is going to have to be okay. I kind of want to do more. But yeah, anything else we do want to devour. I don't like this. At least we're up against a lower ranked person in the lobby. Maybe that'll be better. This is going to be okay, good. And the thing is, again, we can just spit some big stats on him. Maybe I should have just sold someone, put him into play, and then used Devour on someone else and hope it landed there. That's a pretty big I hope, though. And that's not very good. If we can... we just need to survive one more turn. And then if we can get some big stats on you... maybe we Devour the Spawn of N'Zoth next. Or just someone with just massive stats. Now, probably the Spawn of N'Zoth is the next thing we Devour. Because he's less important. Or we eat something like the Hangry Dragon. And just hope it lands on you. Problem is, if this lands on one of these two, it's much less valuable. Until, again, we sell them. I'm worried we're not going to be... like, we can go very explosive very quickly here. We can grow like crazy, but I'm worried we won't have the time. This one's not terrible. That is not where we wanted the Divine Shield to be. And ideally we would have liked to hit it on the poison. So we get 2 swings with the poison. Fairly efficient kill. Okay, alright. We're still going, and we knocked out one of our competitors. So that's slightly less bad that we can go. I did have one game that wasn't recorded where there were 8 people in. I died that turn. I came in 5th because 4 people died simultaneously. Okay, that's pretty good. The Champion of Ysera, well, we don't have any taunts for it to really be worthwhile right now. That's not a permanent game, so it's not a big deal. Okay, let's put you into play.
This last act of sacrifice.
We're definitely going to want the Dawn, I think, because we do have a nice Menagerie thing going on. We'll probably play it now, but let's wait a tick here. Roll.
Go ahead and hire one of these recruits.
No. You have Wind Fury, which is pretty good. Man, you don't have a type. But you are Poison, which is pretty decent. And, so let's sell you. I have Dragon... There's Murloc Dragon, Beast, and that's it. I could get a bigger Dawn if I sold, say, one of you, but we'd lose out on the stats. Alright, you got Poison. You don't have a Divine Shield. That's going to have to be okay. I could get more Hangries, but no. Oh, yeah, that would have been really good. I rolled too quick. I want this guy, because again, Divine Shields that we can transfer stats onto. Shit. I really wanted Divine Shield Wind Fury guy.
Avenge me.
Follow Poisoner, okay. Let's get the bubble, though. We're just gonna die here. There was a chance, technically, but we did not hit that. Hello? Game? Hello? I'm still online, aren't I? Yeah, Reddit can load. I'm assuming I'm gonna get kicked out of Hearthstone here. But I've never seen this happen before. I wonder if the game just got canceled. As I say, maybe I've saved my rating. The thing is, if there's a chance we come in... Well, in fact, there's a chance we come in like something like third here. Depending on who's paired up. Well, someone's paired up against a ghost. Alright, so fourth is probably the best we can accept. Or expect. I guess I concede? Oh yeah, that's not responding at all. Hang on a sec. And... do this. Quit. No? Yes? No? Okay. Well! Oh, I guess we might be able to find out where we are in the ratings. Hold on. Hearthstone's rebooting. One sec. Is it not? Why is the game capture not working? That's weird. There we go. Okay. It just took a while to kick in.
There you are! Back from your adventures?
Yeah, there I am, back from my adventures. I've never seen that happen before. Do. Isn't that where we came in? Oh, okay, well, we came in fourth. There we go. We didn't come in fifth, we came in fourth. That's at least something. I had a mistake right... Well, again, I was like, oh, maybe it wasn't a mistake to get the Murloc. So I think it was sort of a coin flip. I think I probably should have grabbed the mech in that I could have grabbed the Murloc later on. To have a Murloc target. And then there was a couple of turns later on where there was too much to do and too much to think about, and that caused my brain to lag, and I missed the our Divine Shielded Wind Fury Quillbore, which was pretty bad. Although the problem is we were collecting a lot of dudes. We were collecting dudes faster than I could devour things, which I guess is kind of a first worldly problem. I don't know. All right, well, hey, at least it wasn't a 7-minute loss. I'll take it. Thanks a lot for watching, folks. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.